Okay. All right. She says we're on. And we're on. Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the United States Pirate Party with special guest Vermin Supreme.
Woohoo!
We're gonna go around, and since I just introduced Vermin, we'll skip Vermin unless he wants to hop on. But Ty, you're the first one I see.
Hello, I'm Ty Clifford, VC of USPP and West Virginia Observer.
All right, Vermin, you want to say something? There you go.
Yes. The campaign is going gangbusters. We are like winning. Things are happening. Like that Ron Paul meme. It's happening. But it seems pretty low key and all. I think your Twitter following has increased by about 100 people. And
awesome.
We're doing things. We got the commercials out. I'm certainly putting out a bunch of memes and throwing out lots of links. And for what it's worth, I'm not sure. Eventually, we'll get some sort of full-on report from the people who pay attention to such things.
The people that do the numbers.
Yes, the number crunchers.
The number crunchers. Wanda.
Wanda from Florida.
Johnny. You are still muted, Johnny.
Oh, sorry. This is John Robinson, Secretary of the Pennsylvania Pirate Party.
Dustin.
Dustin from Virginia.
Light Rider. I think that's Frank.
Oh, they introduced in the text chat.
Oh, okay. They're on. That's fine. And then Eli, you're next.
Hi, I'm Eli. I am the PR director and voting member from Massachusetts.
Thank you, Eli. Ben, you're next.
I'm Ben Orlick. I'm the United States Pirate Party as well as the representative from Texas.
Awesome. Yari.
Hello, I'm Yari, aka Rose Klein. I am the California representative and the state moderator of the USPP.
Awesome, thank you. Nomad of NORAD.
Yeah, I'm one of the reps for Florida Pirate Party, kind of sort of emergency backup kind of rep guy. So, I mean, they said, come to the meeting tonight. You need to be there. Just to sort of be in the background, I guess.
And just to be clear, it's David, right?
David, yes.
Okay, thank you. And finally, Jolly Mitch from Chicagoland.
Ahoy. Indeed. I am Jolly Mitch of the Chicagoland, not the Illinois Pirate Party. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the pod. Right. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna open things up for Ben. I think you have some updates for us. I'll give you the floor first, but then if anybody else has updates, put your hand up and I will get you in as best order as I can. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, for sure. And so I was given a couple of updates in the group chat as the week went on, but Joe and I have been digging into just kind of the filing situation generally, and I won't bury the headline. We actually don't have any filings due for another month almost. So take a step back. So we are optional FEC filers. Like we do not have the kind of transaction volume that would make us a mandatory filer. And so because of that, we have the option of either filing on a quarterly basis or a monthly basis during general election years. During non-general election years, because we have been filing quarterly, and during non-election years, that becomes a semi-annual requirement. So there's no Q1 filing for us to do for 2023. It's for 2024. That's where we would have to do it quarterly. But again, they're due kind of like a year in arrears. basically. So short answer is like we actually don't have anything to do until July 15th, which is when our first half of 2023 report would be due. So I'm looking at my notes real quick. So that's kind of the general filings, and so I think we've got pretty much everything that we need to go ahead and get those in. It's just a matter of doing the semi-annual form instead of the quarterly form. And then I'm still kind of working through kind of the handbook that they give to PACs, which is kind of our form as it is right now. And the one thing that I would mention is that like we shouldn't be taking in anonymous online donations, as though there's a requirement that we make best efforts to get name, contact information, and occupation, because that's required reporting for anybody that contributes over $100. And I would bet that the number of people who are contributing over $100 in a given year is relatively small, and so we can kind of backfill for that. But just going forward, I think it would be good. And I don't know if I got to get with Jamie to get the right form up online or whatnot. But having the form that captures that, so we can then kind of report that over to the SEC as necessary, I think would be good from a compliance perspective. So those are kind of the two things that I want to hit so far. So again, I think we're in pretty good shape right now.
Okay, awesome. Yari.
Yeah, just a direct response to you, Ben, for one thing at least, which is that the form that is currently up on the website, last I checked, which was maybe a week or two ago, does actually, I mean, depending on how you define best effort, I think it does make a best effort of collecting that information, and it does ask for that. Because Jamie and I, when we were setting that up, were aware of those requirements. Now, I don't think it's the most well put together form, and there's definitely some work that can be done on it. So, if Jamie finds an alternative, or if you find an alternative form and update it, I think that would not go amiss. But it does feel like, based on what you just said, that the current form is up to the standard at least.
Okay, well, that's great. That's on me for not having looked before I got on this call. But then I guess my question would be, where does that data go? Because if I can just get that, then I think that answers the question. But I just, as it is, I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, the data is collected currently in WordPress, and it's available to admins. And I know Jamie is an admin. I don't know who else is an admin off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure I'm still an admin.
Would it be too much of a hassle to just make me an admin so I can access that directly?
No, I don't think it would be too much of a hassle. I can't do that right now, but if you message me on Discord, I can make it happen.
Yeah, I'll follow up with you on that. I think that gets us what we need.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. So that's it from me, Drew.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Any other updates, reports, etc., before we go probably back to Ben, because I think we want to nominate Florida for a seat, right? You're still muted. Oh, there you go.
Is Florida ready? If they've got kind of the.
Is Florida ready?
We cleared the last hurdle today. We have a website up.
Cool. Then I would like to make a motion to. So, is this are you intending for observer status or full member status right now?
I'd say full member if we have everything.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'd like to make a motion to admit Florida to the Pirate National Committee, United States Pirate Party, with Texas sponsorship.
All right, there's the sponsor.
Can I get a second?
I don't know that you actually need a second, to be honest, for this. It's there we go. There's a second. Technically, because I think the way that it's written is that you need to be just sponsored by a member of the PNC. So now that we have quorum, do we have any objections to admitting Florida to the PNC? Yari would like to speak. Go ahead.
Yeah, not an objection, to be clear, but just a discussion point. I guess I'm wondering if we can get the that website, both in the chat here and in the YouTube chat, just so that people can see and check it out and maybe join.
Hold on. Let me find the link real quick.
Thanks.
Good point.
All right, I sent it in the chat.
Oh, good old Jake Quill site, eh?
I mean, it's what we have for now.
No,
Hey,
it worked.
hey,
I like it.
We'll get something better eventually, but
No,
it is what it
that
is for
is
now.
websites like that receive millions of hits. You're fine.
I bet the response time
I mean,
is sick.
it'd be nice to eventually have one that's like FloridaPirateParty.org.
all right.
I think this fits the minimum criteria.
So once again, I'm asking if there are any objections. Or it sounds like Welcome Florida. I think I'm not seeing it. No. Yeah, congratulations. Would you like an official vote?
I would like an official vote. I know it's a formality, but I think it's a fun formality.
Okay. All right. Do we want to call it? Do you want to call it out? Or do we want to? I mean, just go one by one. You want me to do a voice vote one by one?
Quick roll call vote.
Yeah, roll call vote. All right, we'll do that. Johnny.
I am in favor of Florida becoming a pirate party chapter.
Eli.
Voting in favor.
Voting in favor. Ben.
Texas votes aye.
Yari.
California votes in favor.
Mitch.
Illinois votes aye.
Okay. There we go. There it is on the record. Yay. Congratulations. Now we have another
I guess
member.
the next thing to do is get our third person.
And then the next, and the next, and the next.
Yeah, may there be many more after 3.
Yes, many more after 3. Many more after 3.
We need to get the 3 for state requirements.
Anything else on Florida joining before we move on? I'm not seeing no. I see no hands.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Absolutely. Vermin, you still with us there? You look really relaxed. You look too relaxed. I had to yell at you.
I'm getting relaxed. Yes, I'm very relaxed, guys. I was nodding off there. Sorry. Welcome, Florida. Congratulations.
See, you were paying attention.
Thank you.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything for us?
I would just sort of a request. I guess I have a request that anybody who's on Twitter. Obviously, I'm putting out a pretty regular, daily or a couple times a day things with the Pirate Party links and all that stuff. So if you're on Twitter and if you could retweet that either from the Pirate Party account that's been retweeting it or from my account, I think that would be helpful in creating the little ripple effect that we're going for. And guess that's the main thing right off the top of my head. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Vermin. Okay. Anything? Does anybody have anything else? We're getting into that. We're at that place. Ty, go ahead.
Yeah, it actually kind of relates to what Vermin is saying. I don't know if it'd be an appropriate time to talk about it or not, but so we were discussing, the signage of tweets, but we were also discussing like how to V brought up how to effectively, we need to coordinate better links, and so I wrote up a thing about that. But it involves a suggestion of merging the press and media committees. Because I believe right now there's an overlaps, and I believe we have a failure to propagate items effectively to Twitter and the social media. So, for example, if a blog post is made, it should be run through the press committee so it's properly scheduled on Twitter, Facebook, etc., and the public gets to see it in an effective and timely manner. And so, sadly, sometimes there are miscommunications as to who may be posting or will be posted to social media, but we can definitely fix this. So, if there's something that Vermin or anyone of the state or PNC members have that they want brought up, they can do that. It's whatever. It's whatever on those committees. But then it should be brought directly to whoever is in press that goes, hey, we have this blog post coming up. We want it at this time. And then whoever is in charge of each social account will see this and be able to schedule it. I feel like we can close that gap if very, very easily. But I also want to merge the press and MIDI committees because I've read through them and they're effectively the same thing. And I don't think we're large enough right now to have a separate committee for each of those. I think they're effectively the same thing. They could just be called press, you know. Anyway, that's it.
Is that was that you making a formal motion to do that?
Well, I can't really motion. I can just suggest that I believe that we should do that because it's a lot better. I mean, I can speak with B since she's outreach and everything about how we can effectively schedule tweets and Facebook posts because we really could do better on scheduling items to go out. We really could. It's not sloppy how we're doing it now, but it could definitely be better. Especially when we have items and things that we want to go out, especially what Vermin is saying. So yeah, if I could effectively get a motion, discussion would be nice if anybody has discussion. Mitch?
Just to say that I agree with you, Ty. I think Ty is absolutely correct when he says media and press are basically the same thing in terms of what the responsibilities of the committees are. I think, it's not exactly putting hats on hats to combine them. I think we need better communication, and it probably would just be better if we had the one person to communicate with, or the chair of said committee. So should it please the board, I will make the motion that Ty suggested of merging the media and press committees.
Shall we just consider? Can we consider this just quote unquote gluing them together and not necessarily having to make a change to the bylaws? Like if everybody's cool with just being part of, but everybody that's in one is actually would be in both. Just throwing that out there. Yari, go ahead.
Just to flag the bylaws bit, which is that. Sorry, loud street. That there are no, to my knowledge, off the top of my head, there are no real official committee listings in the bylaws. There is the provision for forming of committees, and that's under the purview of the PNC. With regards to that, I guess what I would say, I don't think we need a bylaws motion. I don't even know if we need, strictly speaking, a PNC motion. But I guess what I would love is for this to be an issue of discussion held at some sort of joint media press meeting, just in case there are members of those groups who disagree or have objections or have things that they think would help to facilitate that merger so that communication can be more effective generally.
So should the motion be that the PNC approves of a merger of these two committees if the members of the committees agree to such?
Well, we have one that just joined, V, the outreach. V, to catch you up to speed, I was just speaking on merging the press and media committees and coming up with a better way to effectively propagate campaign items. So, for example, when we have blog posts that are made, we can communicate with press to actually get those scheduled on the proper social media accounts. Because we've it's not sloppy, but we drop the ball occasionally, and we could definitely communicate much better if we had a process. So you and I and Ben, and I think Ben, don't you do something with the media, or is it's someone else in here?
Yeah,
Mitch.
so-
It's Mitch. Sorry, go ahead.
So back in the day, a while back when we did like outreach stuff more regularly, it was mostly me, V, and Wanda who were on things. We never really did the press thing in the first place. Like someone else wanted to make that, and then they never actually did anything. So press was never really a thing at all.
Go ahead, Mitch.
I'm not sure exactly how to propose this, but I will just say, just because Dustin, you just brought up how the outreach used to be, that we used to have outreach meetings every Tuesday on IRC. And I felt at the time that was the most effective way to make sure that there's pirate business happening. I know obviously people have different schedules and work can get in the way. However, I think a return to form for especially outreach, because I think outreach is going to cover a lot of press and media. Not to suggest that we should combine all three, but just to suggest that outreach tended to be where I thought the wheels turned the most. So my suggestion is if we could start getting maybe outreach meetings happening once again, we might be able to alleviate a lot of the problems that we've been running into.
I like that.
I'm coming right to you, Wanda, but maybe I can ask this. Does the swarm just want to self-organize this part? I don't know that this has to be a PNC thing, does it?
No, it doesn't. But the reason I brought it up is because it was becoming a concern of when we get items out. How do we get items out how do we delegate items to social media accounts? That was my concern.
Okay. I mean, I understood. Wanda, go ahead.
I was going to say that were outreach meetings on IRC a thing before I got here? Because it seems like since I've been here, outreach meetings were always on Discord.
Yes, that was before you got here, Wanda.
Okay.
Vermin, you had something for us?
Yeah, it was more of a question from or for the press and media committee. So I don't know if this is a good time or place to throw that out, or whether I should try and catch that. Yeah, I was just wondering how what kind of list you put out your press releases on. And the reason I ask is because we do the MailChimp like that, and we have a big honking media list. And we make press releases every so often. And since we're existing in this partnership at this time, I thought maybe it would be possible to maximize that type of output in terms of the press releases and things like that. I mean, I'd have to talk to Desiree for sure to make sure that that's possible, but it seems to make some sort of sense in my mind. Like I said, I don't know how you get your information out to the masses and to mass mailings and things of that nature.
Mitch.
Just a quick response to Vermin, I will say that oftentimes I think that's a big failure on our part, is getting press releases out. And I will say that might be the one thing we should tackle first, because when I put out the In Case You Missed It post, that's when the Independent Journal came out and posted the article, and they referenced it. And I see that article referenced on Wikipedia now. So I think just having these, press releases of what's been going on in the Pirate Party, we should be, and I think that's one of the easier things to knock out. So while we don't have a perfect system in place, I think that should be the top focus as of right now. And Vermin, I also want to say I apologize. I was the one that was retweeting your tweets, and I did fall off. I can only access the Twitter via my old phone, and I've been working a lot, so I do apologize. Tomorrow,
we got to get that fixed.
Oh, no worries. It was just my observation that there are so many people with the pirate reference in their handle that seem to be affiliated with some pirate group someplace or another. If we could just start, making it pop, and if everybody could start just retweeting out random stuff, and hopefully everybody else will, and just to create like an echo chamber, if nothing else.
Absolutely. And I have the day off tomorrow. I could focus the majority of my day to getting those wheels turning and hopefully stay in a good habit.
And might I suggest, when we're thinking about press releases, trying to figure out semi-regular, perhaps addressing an issue in each one, and taking a stance on this, that, or the other thing, and it would give sort of a reason to keep a steady flow of what the Pirate Party is, what it's standing for, and just to keep reminding the press people that you're all here, that we're all here doing stuff.
Yeah, and that's a good reminder for all of our writers out there to write one of those things up, and so that we can have them in our back pocket, ready to just send out, just a piece on an issue, on a pirate issue. Ty, go ahead.
Well, this is exactly what I wanted. So thank you, everyone, for discussing everything in this manner. That's literally all I was looking for. So thank you. Yeah.
So the swarm's going to organize. I approve. Ben.
I can take it offline.
All right. I'm going to ask, is there anything else? Anything anybody else needs to bring up? Vermin.
Oh, just one more thing directly related to the continuation of that is that once you have a press release, then it's pretty easily enough to pivot and repurpose it as a newsletter to your newsletter list.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben.
All right. Different topic. So I just wanted to say for anybody who's interested, and then anybody out there on the internet watching, Texas is getting general meetings starting back up again. We're gonna be doing those monthly on the second Monday of July, or second Monday of the month. First one being July 8th at 8 p.m. CT. We'll be in Discord then, and Frank had the nice idea to, at the meeting, kind of take the planks of the platform and kind of just every week kind of pick one and chat about it with somebody leading. So Frank will be leading. Talk the plank. So Frank will be leading the first one of those on putting people before corporations. On Monday, July 8th at 8 p.m. in the Texas.
That could be the name of a podcast.
I don't think he's copyrighted it. He doesn't strike me as that kind of guy.
Question for you, Ben. Where is the best place if somebody didn't catch all that you just spit out at us? Where's the best place to find out all that information?
Should I get the Texas Discord link in the regular Discord, or is there some better way to?
If you're just saying go to the Texas thread in the Discord, it's just
I can put it in there.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to. It was is that on your website or is that on a social media page?
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
All of those are good ideas, Drew.
Yeah. Dustin, go ahead.
Hey, so just wanted to say that we should set up a meeting to go through working on that newsletter and stuff with the admin permissions and whatnot, because one of the primary reasons why Outreach kind of stopped doing things was precisely because even when we did things, we couldn't figure it out.
I'm sorry you broke up there at the end.
So we really need to have some level of accountability on that. So we need to have an actual meeting, and whoever has permissions on that kind of stuff, we need to gather and get that fixed.
Ty, you were pretty gung-ho about this from the beginning, starting the discussion. Are you willing to kind of handle organizing a meeting for those people involved?
I mean, yeah, as V already pointed out, I mean, the outreach meetings were every Tuesday anyway. I believe we should probably just use that one. That would be a nice, except I forget the time. It was 9 o'clock. Is it 9 Eastern or something like that?
Well, here's what you should do. You should figure that out and then put it in the announcements in the Discord.
He says 9 Eastern.
Okay, but the key here is the admin permissions on Civi CRM, which
I have. If you can invite me, hi, this is Yari. If you can invite me, then I will. I think I still have all those admin permissions. It's me and Jamie definitely have all of them, and a few other people do as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'll figure out the times, and so we'll just powwow this session and outreach. I'm pretty sure it's at 9 on Tuesday, 9 Eastern. So whoever wants to be there, be there. But I'll make it an official announcement here within like the next day, preferably within a few hours, so everybody knows.
Okay, awesome. Anything else? Mitch, go ahead.
Just a statement of, first of all, everyone here is a rock star. I've been here for a couple of years now, and let me just reiterate that I've never felt more confident in the Pirate Party than I do right now. We are in great hands, and if we could just get the wheels turning in a motion that we're all used to, I think we're gonna get this truck and the ship sailing. Not that we're not sailing already, but I think it'll be smooth sailing from here on out if we could just do what the plans we've laid out. Let's follow them to the best of our abilities. Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Oh, multiple seconds. Well, this is speak now or forever hold your peace. Going once. Going twice. Okay, Mitch, you're not going to object to your own.
No, that would be silly. I just wanted to say that if we are doing the outreach meeting on Tuesday again, I found IRC was the best, especially because you don't need to be physically in a voice call, and you can kind of do it on the low key. So if we are going to be doing a IRC meeting for outreach, I don't know if that is the set plan. I will be able to attend this Tuesday, and I hope all of us would, or as many people who want to get this ball rolling. I hope to see you all.
Would you feel
You can also
comfortable
use a
doing
Discord chat.
text? Yeah, would you be comfortable with text Discord?
Yes. I will state my preference to IRC for these meetings. However, I'm not going to poo-poo Discord.
People struggle to connect the IRC server sometimes.
Yeah, okay. And I'm sorry because I know I'm interrupting the meeting again, and we want to go. But
So
the IRC, we can absolutely there's a bot that we can connect IRC to Discord, and anyone that wants to attend IRC meetings could do so via Discord and vice versa. And
that would be a great idea.
as soon as we figure out how to get that bot organized and a bot that posts the blog posts and maybe even the Twitter posts, we're going to have a golden Discord server. And I'm done interrupting.
Okay, so Wanda, are you objecting?
Something I'm not. I just wanted to quickly say that I have this minor problem where I struggle to read things on IRC sometimes just because it's so compact.
If you download a client, you can connect to the server via the client, and then you can make the font as to any kind of
It's not really the font. It's just everything's so close together. Having the profile pictures on Discord, it really helps space things out.
All right, we can work that out later. That's point of order. I'm tired.
Then I'm going to say the motion passes. We are adjourned. Everybody, if you are still with us after all of that rambling around that we just did, you are a true pirate. And yeah, so get out there and vote for Vermin, vote pirate, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Walk the plague.